Okay, sorry this has to be a two-part. I didn't realize that, well, I knew it resized, but I didn't realize that Camp Studio didn't have the option to resize the window while recording. So this will have to be a two-part. But here it is, the installation. Well, this is part 2. Ready to install. Once you answer a few simple questions, the contents of the live CD can be installed on this computer. You can run Kubuntu 10.0.4.3 long-term service at full speed without the CD. So, we're going to select English as our language, and this asks us about our time zone. Now, yeah, actually it's getting the time from the network server. Since this is, if your computer is hooked up to the internet, or network, it should go pretty quickly. If you're not hooked up to a network, don't worry, you can still use Kubuntu and Ubuntu. You just might have to either transfer or later download some components. So, it has said that supposedly we're in the United States, which is correct. Too bad we're, well, yeah, I'm glad it didn't say it was in, like, Canada or something. And it says United States, aka Los Angeles, well, in Los Angeles. So we're going to hit forward because that is all correct. And if it was not correct, you could use the pull-down menu to manually select. Now, it says our layout is US with variant of US. Now, also, if you're wondering why does it say variant, well, there's different ones. There's left-handed Dvorak, and then Russian phonic, or just US. So we're going to hit forward because that's the correct keyboard layout. Now it's going to ask us what hard drive do we install it on. Since there's only one hard drive hooked up with this computer, we're going to select the default. But if you had, here's the tricky part. If you're going to do a dual boot, you're going to have to first create a partition on the original OS, whether it's Windows or another flavor of Linux, and then create a partition about 9 gigabytes. Then to install on that partition without completely wiping out your entire drive, you're gonna have to click specify partitions manually. But since we have a clean drive and there's no other operating systems, we're gonna hit default erase and use entire disk. We're gonna hit forward. Now it's computing the new partitions, and it's now going to ask us for our username and name. But the funny thing is that usernames for Linux at least have to be lowercase. I'm going to set my password. I have to type it in twice. And what is the name of the computer? I'm going to name it Ryan - VM for virtual machine. And then here's some options. I can either select require my password at login, require my password to login and decrypt, or login automatically. Let's hit next. Now it's going to give us a summary of what it's done, and here's all the stuff. It's saying, okay, you selected the language English, the keyboard layout is US, your name is Ryan, your username is Ryan, your location is American/Los Angeles. Since we're not upgrading, migration assistant does not matter. If you continue, changes will be written to the disk, and it shows what's going to happen. So we're going to hit next to install. Also, there's an advanced panel, which also, if you're going to do a bootloader, dual boot, or modify something, you can just do this, install bootloader. We're not going to mess with this. Or if you're going to do a network boot, you can type in the proxy and the port, which is trying to funnel through. So let's hit cancel. Then let's hit install to install. So now it's going to give us a little spiel of thank you for choosing a Kubuntu. It's so wonderful. Kubuntu is designed to be easy. Feel free to explore. As part of our promise, we would Kubuntu to work as well for you as possible. That's kind of a tongue twister. So while it installs, slideshow basically telling you about it. So actually I'm going to pause and I'm going to come back.